Hey there, photography business owners. It's Sarah Petty from The Joy of Marketing. Listen, as small business owners, getting featured in the media can make a huge difference in growing your portrait photography business. Over the years, I've gotten nearly $1 million in free publicity for my business by being featured in the media. That means if I would have paid for the coverage I've gotten, it would have cost me almost that $1 million. Isn't that crazy? So in this video, I'm gonna share with you some tips and tricks on how to get your photography business featured in the media. Look, from understanding the value of publicity to crafting the perfect pitch to get the media to feature you, you'll learn the skills needed to get free press coverage. And the best part, these strategies can be implemented by anyone, whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, because most people don't know how to do this. So if you're ready to grow your photography business and gain the recognition you deserve, keep on watching. All right, friend, grab a hot cup of tea, sit back, and let's get started on building the photography business of your dreams. And remember, building a successful photography business while you're still being present for your family is not only possible, but it's also what this channel is about. So if you're ready to make your dreams a reality, snap that subscribe button and turn on those bell notifications, and let's go. First off, why does public relations matter for photography business owners? Your PR is an essential aspect of any successful photography business or business, but especially one that doesn't want to compete on price. Because when you're featured in the news, in the press, people see you as being more valuable. So by utilizing these public relations strategies, photography business owners, even little bitty ones, can increase brand recognition, establish credibility, and ultimately get more business. An outside trusted media outlet like a newspaper, magazine, or television show that features your business and says you're great is seen as way more trustworthy and credible than you just saying it, or your website saying it, or your marketing materials saying it. Because the news, they report facts, don't they? They report sports scores and the weather. And so when they are talking about you, so much credibility. And here's the thing, most people don't even know this is an option. But publicity is a way to amplify what you're already doing and get more attention for it without spending a dime. And you might think when you open a newspaper or their website in this day and age, or you turn on the news and you see a feature article about another local business, oh, they got lucky and they got featured, when much of the time, that's not even the case. That business just knew how to go out and pitch the media. Let's talk about understanding the landscape of the media. Getting your photography business featured in media outlets requires understanding what journalists are looking for. When I worked as a marketing director at an advertising agency, this was part of my job, and all of our jobs was to get our clients featured in the media. So we had to pay attention to everything, and we had to learn how to figure out what journalists are looking for. They're looking for unique angles, timely topics, stories that will resonate with their audience. And the interesting thing is that, gosh, in this day and age, their staffs have been cut way down. So when you bring them an idea, you're doing their job for them, and they appreciate it. Local business journals, if you have those in your market, they're already looking to recognize business owners who are succeeding. Any awards you've won, like Julie Awards in our community, we call them the Yay Awards, or any certifications you've earned, like the Certified Boutique Photographer, those are all newsworthy in many media outlets as well. Very pertinent. By crafting a pitch that meets these criteria, you increase your chances of being featured in media outlets and reaching a wider audience. Now let's talk about crafting the perfect pitch. Here are some tips and tricks for success. Crafting the perfect pitch is essential to getting your photography business featured in media outlets. It's as simple as that. And I know that it sounds so salesy or scary, but listen, a pitch is essentially a brief proposal or a story idea that you send to journalists to persuade them to feature your business. To craft the perfect pitch, It's important first to figure out who reads this information, who watches this media online. This will help you tailor your story to the specific interests of their readers, their listeners, or their viewers. And once you have a clear understanding of your target audience, which is their target audience, it's time to craft a compelling story. Your story needs to be unique, it needs to be timely, and it needs to be relevant to the publication and its readers. It should showcase your expertise and highlight what sets your business apart from others in the industry. Because if you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing, it's just not newsworthy. A great pitch also includes visuals that can help illustrate your story and make it more compelling. We're photographers, don't be shy about offering either images or a photo opportunity. A photo opportunity would be where you're maybe having an event to raise money for charity, or you created a mural in your town that you're photographing high school seniors on. Now, to make your pitch stand out, it's important to present it in a professional manner, which means, should go without saying, but we're all in the world of texting, "You are great," instead of writing out in more formal communication the words "you" and "are," apostrophe "re" if you're saying "you are" and smushing them together. So check grammar, check spelling, and make sure that your pitch is clear and concise. It doesn't need to be a long paragraph, but what's in it for them, your bullet points, and your call to action. I have a student who's also a coach in our coaching program who helps photographers. Her name is Jill Liebhaber, and she's up in Chicago. She created a giant life-size rhino puppet to have photograph her clients with, and then she would Photoshop the body in because, you know, the puppeteer was operating this giant puppet, but she did it to create awareness and give back to rhino rescue. So she took this giant life-size rhino puppet down on Lakeshore Drive, and she invited the media, she got interviewed, she got press, and it created awareness for rhino rescue, which was her mission, which was so amazing. My artwork has been featured in Better Homes and Gardens Kids Rooms magazine because I reached out to the editor and I said, "Oh my gosh, I have a product that would be perfect in your magazine." And she said, "Tell me about it." I told her how we create artwork of little children in bright colored clothing, and then we hand paint a whimsical, playful frame, and we put it giant in the kids' bedroom, and it's how we decorate their rooms. And she had me send her one, almost $60,000 in free publicity. I also mentor some high school students in an entrepreneurial program in my community, and I've done this every year. I just felt like somebody in New York should be interested that in Central Illinois, all of these young students are learning how to start a business and actually doing it. And so I didn't have to work very hard to get a spot. It was 5 minutes on Fox and Friends on Small Business Saturday, right after Black Friday. And they said it would be like 30 seconds to a minute. And they loved the three of us, mostly the students, and they just kept going. And it was 5.5 minutes. Would have been over $500,000 if we would have bought that airtime, because it was worldwide. So powerful. And you might be saying, what does that do for you? Well, it positions me in my community as a leader. And I get bragging rights on social media to say, "Oh my gosh, look how I'm mentoring these students and helping them." And people go, "Wow, we should go to Sarah Petty for photography." Just elevates what they think of us as small business owners. Make sure in your pitch that you include your contact information, a cell phone, all of the ways they can get in touch with you, along with a call to action to get them to get in touch with you. Call me, email me, here's the date, here's the event. And you can also connect with journalists on social media. You can follow up with them. And I believe that simply emailing or mailing a press release is just not enough. We should always follow up on social media or pick up the phone and call them. And know that your first pitch may not get picked up, and that's okay. With publicity, the key is following up and pitching often, because they may be booked, they may have a busy news day the day that your event is happening and they don't cover it, but they remember you. And the next time they are doing an article maybe on women-owned businesses, you are the first one to come to their mind. So don't ever think it's a wasted effort, because it is not, and it will come back to you. Listen, my friend, being in business takes consistent actions over and over. It doesn't happen overnight. So by following these tips and crafting a compelling pitch, you will completely increase your chances of getting your photography business featured in media outlets and reaching a wider audience of potential clients who may not have ever heard of you otherwise. Now that you've learned about the importance of publicity for photography business owners, how to understand the landscape of the media, and how to craft the perfect pitch, it's time to ask yourself, what are you doing that's newsworthy? And apply these strategies to your own business. And just go for it. You've got nothing to lose. And if you actually land some publicity for free, it's a great way to increase the visibility of your photography business without increasing your marketing budget, which is music to our ears. If you found these tips helpful, be sure, come join my Facebook group where you'll find even more resources and support to help you grow your portrait photography business. And thanks for watching and subscribing to this channel. It's my mission to create content that helps you build your business. So if you haven't subscribed, right here, go do it so that you can grow faster and separate yourself from the price-driven photographers out there. And if you love today's video, click here to get more actionable steps. Thanks for watching, my friend, and I'll see you in the next video.